Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, one of the great venues in all of college football, and home to the Tennessee Volunteers. And this crowd knows that when the balls run through the tee, they are in for a show. We have a late season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Vols will get us started with the opening kickoff. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They'll start this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Terrell. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell, they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On third down, going up top. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll leave it with him. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. The Vols send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Second and short now after that completion. The jet sweep pass. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to out.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Dialing up the second down pass play. Pulls it in. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Gamecocks are flying down the field. Fires to the tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
The defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Now the play fake. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Wants to pass. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecock. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single covered, double covered, triple covered. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, and the last...
Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Gamecocks. How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Power football with the run. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
The play action fake. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He spins that thing down the middle. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown ball!
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. And he'll just take him in. This drive will start at the 25. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw. And as he throws, can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The hand to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
That's the end of the first quarter. South Carolina, 14. Tennessee, 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. He's got it down the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with third and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
South Carolina.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
South Carolina, 21. Tennessee, 7.
Bringing it out. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14.
Open runway ahead. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Volunteers are threatening in the red zone. From the gun, running back on the move. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, South Carolina.
And here comes the offense on second down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll give it to the back. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. going for the return. Why in the world did he not take a knee? He's down at the 3-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third down, he drops to throw. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Finds his target down the middle. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. Fourth and inches, and they'll go for it. Got it past the marker. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
He'll try it again. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, this offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Gets it out fast. Delivers the contact. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver shows motion. He's back to throw on second down. Setting up the screen. Oh, it's picked. The 50. The 40. The 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Volunteers. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too.
Picked off. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. He fires one deep over the middle. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They're trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Now on first down from the 30. Looking to move it through the air. Coming after it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Number 17.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Arizona. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He's out of bounds at the 5, and what a job to set up his offense.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. So offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Working that left side now. Touchdown Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The run to the left. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Tennessee, 21.
Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with the receivers was good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. The give to the back. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So
Called the fake, and he wants to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the pass is incomplete off the fake field goal, and sometimes you just outsmart yourself. It's nice to be a riverboat gambler and all, but man, oh man, when it goes against you, it can be ugly. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
no doubt, everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if they're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown ball.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The 1st down for the offense. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Flying down the right side. 10. Touchdown, South Carolina. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
And he's going to bring it out. And the returner goes down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. That hole closed quickly. A pickup of 1 to the 15.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's heel off one deep down the left side. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Arizona. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Works the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. And it seems like every time they throw it, it's first down time in Tennessee.
First down time, and then let's go again. Let's throw it again. These offenses are not afraid to throw the football. When you got a trigger man you trust, let it rip.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. The give to the back. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
I know the passing game sells. The passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They feed him again. Just steamrolling his way through. Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Running back searching for a hole. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? No, they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the 2nd level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
Going to the run, it's back. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, South Carolina 49, Tennessee 35.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Just going to keep it after the snap. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also,
and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers! That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And he tacks on the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to the...
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Oh, he would have loved to tack on the big return, but they've got it in the red zone at the 16.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll try the run. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive. And I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the 1st play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after.
That's caught. It's Parrish. Strong, firm tackle.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down.
Man, this has got to be so frustrating because you're running out of time. You're running out of possessions. You got to get the ball back to your offense. But, man, this QB just makes a great play. He runs around, scrambles, gets a 1st.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
The offense set for a 1st down play. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Makes the grab down the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Matthews. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. On second down, they'll take to the air. Keeps looking downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. And the Vols come to the line with a new set of downs.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's caught! Touchdown ball! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? And you can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the...
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He's got it for the 2. Found his man on the fake, and they take the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a scoring toss from the 33. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And the Gamecocks in the hurry-up. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything out of it.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up. You feel real.
And he sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Matthews. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. The Vols have pushed it inside the 20. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback will audible. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Tennessee!
That is how it's done. Great job by this offense. And because of the score and the time, kick the extra point because you're going to make them go down the field, have to score, and get a two-point conversion to tie this football game. Great drive by this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Okay, one-possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he's thrown another interception. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. On first down, here comes this offense. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell